Good morning, everybody. So today I was going to talk about Next.js just because I was playing with it and that's what my site is built on. And there's a lot of talk about Vite, which is another framework for developing software, websites, and there's some pros and cons of those. I can go into that maybe tomorrow. But tomorrow I'll probably play with Vite. But what I want to show you today is Next.js and my site and what I have done. Some of the automation, not really automation, some of the build process that I've done to actually deploy it. I'm running it all on Firebase. It's super easy, really easy to deploy, really easy to update, and it's really fast. So fast that it got 100% across the board on Lighthouse. I'm going to show you that right now. One of the things when you're doing Lighthouse scores, oh, let's start. What's Lighthouse? So Lighthouse, let me pull this up and you'll see code and you can actually pull all of this up yourself. Let me move this over. Doo-doo-doo. All right, so when you're in an editor or you're looking at a website, my website, uh, and you're in Chrome, there is a tab called Lighthouse. And what it does is it analyzes your page load. It actually tests performance, SEO, accessibility, and I think there's one more, but we're going to see it. When you're doing this, do not do it on a regular window. You'd want to do it on incognito. Why? One, incognito will remove all of your plugins. And two, it's just a cleaner way to actually make sure that the website is running because you don't know what kind of caching mechanism you have. You're kind of cheating if you're you're using your regular window. But also plugins will generally slow down your load time. Just a fact. So to get to 100, let me close this and I will open a new incognito window. And from here, I want to line this up so you can see everything. Move it up. There we go. Perfect. All right, so from here, I'm going to go to startups and code. Great. Where's my website? For those who haven't seen it, oh wow, I should probably gotta fix this. This isn't working anymore. Um, we'll fix that today. I wonder why. Anyway, I've been writing for probably about 10 years. But this is a website, so what I'm going to do is inspect it. So to do that, you literally just click and then inspect, and you'll get this window. And then I will click on Lighthouse. I do want to make sure I'm on the incognito one. I am not. So let's get to the incognito one. Where am I really can't tell. Oh no, I can't tell. This is not it. This is the incognito one because it says incognito. All right, so now let me inspect this. Move this up. Click on Lighthouse, and then click on Analyze Page Load. So I'm going to analyze everything. It's not a progressive web app, so it doesn't really matter. So let me undo that one. Performance, accessibility, best practices, and SEO. Great. And I'll do it for desktop. Then I'll do another one for mobile. So what it's doing now is actually reloading the site. It hits the site, determines time to load and things like that. You're going to see all these stats in front of you. 100. So if you're generally this close, watch what happens. If I run it again, there's always some latency. Oh, it might actually be because I'm streaming. Like even the slightest delay will potentially give you issues. So let's see what's causing my performance. Reduce an excessive DOM size. Interesting. I wanted to show you. Perfect. Here, let's see what it looks like on mobile. 70% of traffic is mobile, so honestly, you should always start with mobile first. Oh, see, mobile's even worse. So if you're doing this on mobile, you generally want to. I mean, if you're building a website, you should always start with mobile first. Most of the traffic nowadays is coming through mobile. If your site doesn't work on mobile, you're gonna lose a lot of visitors. That's been pretty consistent. All right, let's do another one, and we'll go back to desktop, and we'll analyze page load. But you get the point. It's really close to 100. I could probably do some things. I didn't know that the image. There you go. And when you get 100, it has this wonderful explosion. Yay! And you can't get better than 100 across the board. All right. So as you can see, there's fluctuations when you run tests. It will not always be 100%. It might be 99. It might be 95. But it is possible to get to 100. Yay. That is kind of cool. Nice touch, Google. Okay. So let's actually look at why this is happening. And I'm going to show you about Next.js. It's what, 7.11. Cool. So I'm going back to here. And this is my Next.js. So to run it, and I'll show you my package JSON. I'm going to run the dev version. npm run dev. Great. Click on it, and it loads the website. Seeing the images are working here. And everything looks good. Oh, but this is not my latest code. So let's see. See, and then git pull. There we go. npm run dev. And that's still not my latest code. That's interesting. I think I have another clone on the same laptop. Give me 1 sec. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, let's actually we're going to make a change right here. We're going to add the YouTube to this. And I'm going to update this with some text. And we will do this together real time. Because it's always fun to code in real time. 7:15, 7:13, really. All right. So here we go. Let's go to the navigation. And we will add, let's see what we got up here. bum. Blog. Ah, Twitter. We'll add it next to this one. And let's do this. Paste that. Class name. We will call this YouTube. Area label. YouTube. Navlink. Oops. Navlink. No refer. This is going to be pretty consistent on my social media for all of this. Epic Brands. We will call this YouTube. And this is actually going to have an error, I'm pretty sure, because this, where is it? This class is auto, this one is auto, but these down here are not. So it's going to be spaced off right now. So if I look at this, yeah, there it is. And it's spaced off. So to fix this, I simply just change this to auto, and I change the next one to auto. And just like that, it is back in line. And this link now takes me to my YouTube channel. So that was super easy fix. Let's change this one. So this is actually in the layout. One of the things when you're building stuff like this, here, I like to do just some random stuff to make sure I'm editing the right file. And there it is. So I am editing this one down here, which is not the one I want to edit. So let's get rid of that. And let's come up here. Great. So I can leave all of this. I don't care. Oh, wait, does it say I'm considering doing a podcast? I'm not considering anymore. I'm actually doing it. I'm doing a podcast. Um, with new episodes, on Sundays. And then I'll talk about my daily up here. So let me save that. And then join me on my daily chat. Oops. Daily chat on YouTube. And let's make this fun. So I'm going to do a break here. And I'm going to make this button. And I will change this to www.youtube.com/startups and code. Great. Daily chat on YouTube. And what I'd wanted, yeah, and you can just click on the live. I wonder if this will do streams. This is even better. So great. So let's fix that, paste that, whoops, and paste that right there. Great. So now it'll immediately take you to streams, but I don't really like the styling of that. So to change the styling of that, really easy too. Go to styles, and we'll go to global, and let's see what that class is. Oh, there is no class on it. So let's do class name equals button primary. How's that for a call to action? That's fun. It stands out. Looks great. So let's join me at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on my daily chat with YouTube. Great. So now if I come here and I refresh this, and we'll do, yeah. Excuse me. All right, so now that we have this, and this is the current website, and this is what's local. It's interesting. Hmm. Yeah, whatever. All right, so let's deploy that. So first you have to stop what you're running locally. And what's really cool about Next.js is it's really easy to deploy. I have some pre-commands that I do because everything I've written, all the blog posts are Markdown. And because of that, no, see there, now it's failing. It's crazy. npm dev, and let's refresh that. Okay, now it's working. All right. So now that that's working, let's deploy it. So to deploy, you literally I have these commands. So the update is my special processing of all my files. So I write all my blog posts in Markdown. Well, I used to. And all I did was take the Markdown, it converts it to HTML. There's a plugin for that in Node, and it was amazing. The next part right here is Node sitemap. And then in Node sitemap, here, let me make that. There you go. Move this a little down. And in Node sitemap, it actually builds a sitemap for you. Then this actually is the build for the next, for the output. This does the export. And then I'm using Firebase, like I said, for the deploy. And it's literally Firebase deploy after you've already configured Firebase. I'm not going into the Firebase discussion today. Maybe, oh, that'll be a great topic for another day. All right, so now I literally type in npm run deploy. And it builds everything, exports everything, export successful, files written. And now it's deploying, beginning deploy. This is my prod. And it is now live. So now if I come over here and I refresh, ta-da, just like that, live. You can actually go there yourself. And let's make sure these links work. That is correct. Daily chat. Let's take you to the streams. Hey, and there I am. Click on like that. Live. You can actually go there yourself. There you go. And let's slight delay, but yeah, great. So that is Next.js. So let's go into Next.js. Next.js. This is the site, nextjs.org. It's free. This is how you get started. NPX create next app at latest. It will actually generate everything for you and you will have a running site in seconds. And then the other thing that I had mentioned is Firebase. And it is pretty amazing. This is Firebase. I can go to my console. Like I said, this is where it got pushed to. I've had 5 active users. As you can see, I don't have a lot of traffic here, which is fine. Um, but it does so much for you. There's hosting, it does a Firebase database, there's storage. Everything I've done on this is free. It is amazing. Uh, Obviously, there is a level where you pay for it, and you'd actually can migrate this Firebase directly to the Google Cloud platform. It will use, I believe, it will use App Engine when you migrate it, or it's actually even using App Engine behind the scene. Really easy, really great. Um, Been using it since before Google actually acquired it. So I've been on Firebase for a while. I actually wrote a tutorial. I'll show you actually, github.com. So if I come here and I go into uh, uh, Firebase, Firebase tutorial. So yeah, I wrote a tutorial in 3.0. This is really outdated. So 8 years ago was the last time I've actually touched it. But this was step by step on how to set up a website, add Google Auth to it. You can actually turn on multiple auths, like it supports email, Facebook, Twitter, GitHub. You can actually support anonymous if you want it, and then how to set up, how to store that in a collection, how to update a collection. Wow, I really went through a lot. It was great. Maybe I need an updated version of this. Inspiration. So, uh, check this out. Firebase is great for hosting, especially if you're doing static websites. That's the other thing that's really great about Next.js. As you saw, it actually exported everything. It set it up on what we call static site generation. So it generated all of my web pages and sites previously. Um, I mean, pre deployment. So it's actually all static content. What does that mean? That means it will load crazy fast. So now I'm on the production site and I'm not in an incognito window. So let's do an inspect. And we're going to try a Lighthouse real time. This will not be 100% because I'm not doing incognito, but we're going to try. We'll go back to desktop and we will do analyze page load. And let's see what happens. Um, yeah, Lighthouse has got their information about the page to compute your score. And this is not incognito. This has all my plugins and yeah, best practices is, and that's because of the plugins. So watch, this is without an incognito window. Still have 100 accessibility and SEO, which is great. Yeah, this one's null. I generally remove progressive web app because that's not what I'm building. Um, but I'm going to open a new incognito window here and I will do startups code. Oh, that's weird. Oh, there we go. Okay. And now I will inspect it. And now I will do performance. Oh, Lighthouse. Desktop. And let's see what this turns out to be. So much better. Wonder why it's 96. Let's see what happened. No, I have an image that needs to be updated. My icon WebP. I can fix that. So, but it does. It gives you things on what you should do. So my icon that I'm using is actually 500 by 500 because it is displayed at 400 400. It should be 800 by 800 because that will allow you on the 2x ones to actually be supported at a higher resolution, retinal screens or whatever it's called. Let's see what's happening. This is gonna be the DOM thing. Yeah, unused CSS. Whatever. So I'm loading blocking time 0. shift 0. Speed index is 1 second, 1.1. But yeah, sub-second load time. Anyway, that is what I wanted to show you today. I think that is enough for today, and show you some basics in Next.js, show you a little bit about what I've done on my website to get my performance running. And everyone's like, you didn't show us anything. Well, I showed you one thing, which is all I did for all that performance. I used Next.js. That was it. It's not much more complicated than that. There's some configurations I've done in regards to the package JSON, and I can actually, I'll show you that, because everyone's going to go, you didn't show us anything, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, just use Next.js. It really is that good. But if I go into my next config, right? So I have a cache control. I've set up that for async header. And that's it. I'm using Akamai for my images, but this I don't think actually even works right now, mainly because I don't have a path. You'll actually see an error up here. Oh yeah, I gotta show you that. Okay. One of the things that's kind of fun about my site, let me go back to Startups and Code, is if you do inspect it, and this is mainly for developers, I actually have a little comment in here. Oh, I need to update this 2024 now. Just a little message. So you can actually put messages in your console. So when people do your inspect and they're looking at your website, seriously, why are you looking at my console? It's fun. It's kind of like my little Easter egg on my website. Anyway, uh, that's all I had for today. I am gonna go. It has been almost a half hour, I think. Yeah, exactly a half hour. So thanks for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go a little bit further in this Next.js, and maybe just build a site like real time. Show you really, really simple how to do MPX, create website. It literally takes seconds. Uh, as long as you have everything set up, like you have to have Node set up, you have to have MPX, um, and you have to have space on your hard drive to do it, and an internet connection. People are like, oh, I tried to do this offline in airplane mode on my Vax laptop. And I'm like, oh, don't. People do stupid things. All right. So before I start rambling, I'm going to go. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. All right. Have a good one.